What is up, guys? Stark here, back for day 12 of the 25 Days of Fate. I can't believe it. We are already 12 days in on this. We're halfway there, and honestly speaking, this year has gone so much smoother than last year. Last year, oh man, I stressed out every single night when I had to make a video. But tonight, I already got most of it done. Just come in, do some, recording, get some edits in there, good to go. So I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. We're gonna get right into it. For this one, we're gonna do another character spotlight. We're trying to finish up the Shimosa batch, and in this one, we're gonna do Yagyu Munenori. So I probably said his name wrong, but I gotta apologize to this guy because when I was pulling, when he came out, I kind of disrespected him, and I feel like I owe him an apology because he's actually quite good, and I did not know that at the time, but now I know. And now I'm very happy I have him MP5. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go into this character spotlight and talk about him a little bit. So he is a 4-star saber, and as I said, he was part of the Shimosa batch. And at level 80, he will have 11,135 HP and 9,999 attack. Now, come on, Fate. You couldn't have given him one more attack stat to give him a 10,000 ranking. But anyway, he will rank 113th overall in HP and 66th overall in attack. So good stats there. I feel a little sorry for him that he's missing that one attack point to get to 10,000. But it is what it is. His star absorption is 100. His star generation is 10.3. His noble phantasm generation is 0.81. And his that's for his attacks, and on defense it'll be 3%. So as I said, this guy is a fantastic servant, and he's got a very good kit of skills. However, this guy plays really weird. So, well, that's not that weird, I guess, but you have two choices. You can either focus on his attack or on his defense. So most of his skills will either give you options for attack and defense. Now, they both work at the same time, but the situations in which you use the skills will dictate whether you're using it for defense or for attack. So his first skill is going to be the Shinkage Ryu A++, and this will increase his arts card effectiveness for 1 turn. This will also increase his critical star gather rate for arts cards for 1 turn, and this will also increase his debuff resistance by 100% for 1 turn. So the main drawback here is the fact that they all last 1 turn, but it is on a 5-turn charge time, so that's pretty good. Don't have to wait too long, still quite a bit of time, but this skill is just really good overall. Getting a 50% increase to your arts card effectiveness at level 10 is huge. And then you also get a 500% increase to your critical star gather rate for your arts cards for 1 turn. So this is also really good, but it's really weird the way it's worded. So normally most skills just increase your gather rate for yourself. But what this does is it limits it to your arts cards. So basically this means that you'll get more stars on your arts cards, which means you can get more crits on your art cards. Effectively, that's what the skill is trying to accomplish. Getting you crits on your arts cards, which, will help your noble phantasm generation quite a lot. So it's actually really good, and I guess you could say that it hinders his other cards, but you want to hit with his arts cards, so it really doesn't hurt him that much overall. And you can get some pretty good noble phantasm generation if you do crit on those arts cards. So that's really good. I really do like that first skill. His second skill is going to be the Suigetsu B, and this will apply evasion to himself for 1 turn, as well as increasing his attack for 1 turn. So this will be a 28% increase to his attack on a 6-turn charge time, and this is kind of what I was talking about before, where you have to choose between attack and defense. So if you need to evade an attack, you're going to waste the attack buff, and if you want to use the attack buff, you're going to waste the defense or the evasion. So you do have to pick and choose when you want to use it, but overall it's not too bad. Oh, it's actually really good, but there are situations where you might lose one of the effects, but there are a lot of situations in which you want that evasion, and then you also are going to be able to attack. So it's pretty good in my opinion. And then his third and final skill is going to be the Swordless Form A. This will decrease the attack of 1 enemy for 1 turn, but it will also increase the noble phantasm gain of yourself for 1 turn. So this will be 50% for both effects, so you're going to be able to decrease the attack of 1 enemy by a pretty good margin there, and at the same time increasing your own noble phantasm gain by a huge amount. And then if you combo that with his first skill, and if you crit with his arts cards, then you're good. You're going to get your Noble Phantasm up pretty quickly there. And it is on a 5-turn charge time as well, so not a lot of time to wait in between using the skills, but unfortunately it does only last 1 turn, so you have a few extra turns there because of that. As for his passives, he has 2, the Magic Resistance C, which will increase his debuff resistance by 15%, and then he has the Riding B, which will increase his quick card effectiveness by 8%. So overall, I think this guy has a really good kit of skills. It is hindered a little bit in the fact that they all last for 1 turn, as well as the fact that you have to pick and choose between offense and defense. But overall, I think he is a very solid character, and I will give him 4.5 stars for his skills. So now moving along to take a look at his command card deck and his Noble Phantasm. His command card deck consists of 1 quick, 2 arts, 2 buster, and the hit counts are going to be 4 on the quick, 2 on the arts, 1 on the buster, and 4 on his extra attack, with 4 hits on his Noble Phantasm as well. So he's got a pretty good deck. I do wish he would have had 3 arts cards so you can get like full arts chains without using your Noble Phantasm, but I guess that would just make him a little bit too powerful, having 3 normal arts cards comboed with his first skill. Oh yeah, it's his first skill, so you can get the arts cards for that, you know, extra bonus, and then using the ability to get the stars on your arts cards as well would just make it like super strong. But 2 arts cards is nice. He does have his Noble Phantasm, which is arts as well, so you can get arts chains overall that way. And his Noble Phantasm will deal damage to a single enemy, and it does some pretty good damage at that. And the overcharge effect will decrease the attack of that enemy by 20 to 60% for 3 turns, depending on the level of it or the overcharge of it. So yeah, this is really good. And this lasts for 3 turns, so you can combo it with, you know, other attack down skills to just keep that enemy like from doing no damage whatsoever, especially if you do have it overcharged significantly. So that's going to be really good there. So yeah, if you're going up against a boss and you need to reduce their attack, or someone's going to use their Noble Phantasm, you can just go ahead and, you know, use this, and they probably won't be doing too much damage. Now, there obviously are flaws to it. Some characters can just remove it or ignore it because they're boss characters, but generally speaking, this is going to work quite a lot of the time. And another one of the flaws, I guess, is just the fact that it's a single target, so you're only going to hit 1 enemy at a time. But if there's only 1 enemy in the fight, then you don't have too many issues with it whatsoever. So for his damage overall, I'm going to give him 4 stars. He can do some pretty solid damage, but all of his effects last for 1 turn, so he is very limited in his like consistency for damage output. But I think it's a fair ranking because he can do some really solid damage when you're using his skills, and you can just bring in a support character to help you move along until you actually can use your skills again, so it's not too bad of a drawback there. For his critical ability, he is only going to get 3 stars. He doesn't have much for critical ability. He does have his first skill, but that's only applying to his arts cards, so it's not going to really help him too much in the grand scheme of things. As far as crits go, obviously it's going to help his arts cards crit harder, but he's still going to have to generate the stars, and then he's still going to have to actually absorb the stars. His second skill is just for getting them onto his arts cards. So speaking of Noble Phantasm, he's going to get 4.5 stars there. He's got fantastic Noble Phantasm generation. He could easily get his Noble Phantasm in 1 or 2 turns if, you know, comboed correctly with his skills, and you get some luck with crits there. And his Noble Phantasm itself is really good, doing some really good damage and being able to reduce the enemy's attack. That's going to be significant. For his survivability, he's going to get 4 stars, and this is 4.5 stars rather. And this is one of the weird ones where he gets higher ranking in survivability, not by defense, but just purely by being able to reduce the enemy's attack into the ground. And that is a form of defense. You know, the lower the enemy's attack, the harder it will be for them to kill you, and then you survive longer. So I guess it's not always down to defense. You know, he does have that evasion as well, which is really nice. But he has heavy debuffs on attack, and it's not like 10%. This is like a 50% decrease and a 20% decrease for 3 turns. So you can stack all that stuff together, and that enemy is not hitting very hard at all. So then for his versatility, he is going to get 4 stars. He is pretty versatile because you could always use a decrease attack character on your team, but his skills don't actually help the allies. Like, all his skills target himself or that one enemy for his 3rd skill, and even his Noble Phantasm doesn't do anything for support, but he still works in teams because he doesn't need a lot of support for himself, so you could just throw him in there and use his skills to do damage to the enemy and decrease their attack while the other characters can do their own thing. So he does find himself into a lot of different teams that way, but you do mainly want to keep this guy in arts teams. So 4 stars there, and that will give his overall ranking a 4.1 out of 5. I do think he's really good, actually, and as a 4-star character, he's definitely one of the top ones in my opinion. So yeah guys, that's going to wrap up another character spotlight here. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I do have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord, so feel free to check those out, as well as the 25 Days of Fate Christmas giveaway I'm running on my channel throughout the month of December. All you have to do to enter that is comment on that video and subscribe to my channel, and then you'll enter yourself into the giveaway for a chance to win a $100 gift card to Google Play or iTunes. So don't miss out on your opportunity to enter that. And check out all my other videos. 25 Days of Fate is running strong. 12 videos in, 13 more to go. And like I said, I will be posting a video about the details for the stream in the next couple of days, so make sure you check that out. And I'll leave you here with Yagyu's Noble Phantasm, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
参る。我が心は不動。しかして自由にやらねばならぬ。すなわちこれ、無念無双の境地なり。剣術無双、健全一如。